people doing in my bedroom? Hey everybody. Surprise, I'm here on a Friday. For those of you who have been here the past couple ones of these, you probably are aware of why I'm doing this on not a Thursday. I just got a job a couple weeks ago, and it's been hard trying to find time to get these in, especially like on a set schedule, because the job schedule is not set. It is whenever the fuck they want me to come in. So I kind of gotta work around them. A job, you say? Yes, I'm working at a retirement home in this area now, and I'm just serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner to the elderly, and it's real fun. It's real nice. Most of them are real nice, but a lot of them forget where they are from day to day or from minute to minute sometimes. So you know, it could be a little bit interesting some days. A lot of them keep trying to tell me to try out for American Idol because I don't think they're used to hearing people sing along with the radio at work. And so they want me to be a famous singer now because they're all nice old people who are trying to I guess entertain me for entertaining them. But yeah, so that's what's been going on in my world. And so today was my first like planned off day in a while. I had 2 off days a couple days ago, but like it was a situation of they hadn't filled out my schedule. They've got like the schedule up for the whole month, and they only filled out my schedule for a certain amount of time. So I was just like, oh crud, I might be on call. I can't do anything. And then they didn't tell me until after those 2 days what my schedule was, and I was like, oh, I could have done anything I wanted to those days. But so it goes. God, gotta love being back on the grind. But I'm gonna roll back through the chat real quick and say hello to everybody. We got Garden here. Hello to you. Wowie is here. It's ya homie, yo ho ho, and a packet of gum. True. Hello to the Uranium Deer. Andrew Cazzini's here. Hey. Have you jumped on the Bat-Wagon today? I have a video to show y'all before the stream starts. Fuck it, let's go. I love the Limu Emu. Thank you for showing me that video. Oh, hold on.
I'm the original Star Walker. This jail is pissing me off. I'm the original Star Walker. I will also join. I will also join. Star Walker.
I don't know what just happened there. Okay. That was interesting. I'm at a loss. 262,000 views in 13 days. What are we doing wrong? What is the Watchtower database doing incorrectly? Why nobody watch our videos? Let's see. Oh, Miss Martian is here with us. Hello. Hello to Crazy Duplicate. Let's see. Pedro Eli Vergara. Hello. Morning from Australia. We have so many Australian fans. We should just go to Australia at some point. Since it's you, Maddie, can I ask where can I see Friday the 13th Reboot? By the way, congrats on the job. Where can you see the Friday the 13th Reboot? They were on HBO Max up until recently. But I think they all got taken off. I think one is still there. No, that's the original. When was the reboot? 2009? It says it's on Netflix and HBO Max. So I guess you can watch it either one of those spots. I do not understand the Star Walker. That jail is pissing him off. Must be made of sand. Oh, the Star Walker. I don't know. What the fuck did I just walk in on? Wowie sent us a video, Danny. Hello. You don't have Star Walker in the... I do not know what Star Walker is. That's okay. So, who's here for the book and who's here for other reasons? Because if you're here for other reasons, you should probably tell me and we'll do that instead. But no, we've only got like the last couple chapters of the book left. So for me to catch everyone up, I don't know. I doubt there's like a lot of people in here. I can't see the YouTube numbers. I'm seeing 2 people from our Twitch. 12 people on YouTube. Okay, tight. Not huge or anything. I don't know if any of y'all are here from like subscribing from the Majority Report call the other day. If you are, I guess you're probably gonna need a rundown on the book. I'm sure some of y'all will need a rundown on the book. Who aren't here from the Majority Report reasons. Essentially, what has been happening is Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern, not the news guy, has been cloned on a separate planet, far away from the Earth, with all of his memories removed, and he's been used as a hey, who just subscribed? Noobman88, welcome to the party. But yeah, so essentially, Jon Stewart has been cloned on a different planet and has been basically used to fight their resistance to a fascist takeover by none other than Evil Star, who you know is... They're ready? Oh my god, Sissy. Go get them.
Okay. Bye.
I love you. Jesus. We took the cats into the vet today, Archer and Penny, just to get their checkups since they're new to town, and the vet's gonna need to get used to them at some point anyway. And it was a ridiculous thing of like, I thought Sissy had said they would be ready between 12 to 1, so I was just like, okay, well, let's stay in the area because that's pretty soon to now. And then when we went to a place in the area, she was like, no, I meant that like the doctor would like start at around that time, but they probably won't be ready till like 3 or 5. And I was just like, well, then why are we here? And now it's 1:30 and the cats are ready, and so she's going to get them. But yeah, anyway, Jon Stewart's fighting the resistance against Evil Star. However, he keeps having like little memory bumps coming back in, and I don't know where it's gonna go from here in the end. He's had the biggest memory bump of the book yet. Being like, wait a second, I'm starting to remember all of these things from when I was a Green Lantern. Though he does think they're dreams, so who knows. Wowie is here for silly reasons. Is this still that JL book that has Jon Stewart in Coast City? I think he was in Coast City at the start of the book. But he's been in space the whole time. Danny's here for a Zeta Project watch party. You know what? We should do that sometime. I gotta rewatch that series soon. I probably shouldn't say anything more than that, but I do gotta rewatch that series soon. I gotta finish that Ben 10 video first, though. I've got like 1 season left to take notes on, and then start writing. So far, what do you think of this book compared to the other JL novels? So far, this one's been pretty good. I won't say it's been as much of a standout as like. I think like. I'm trying to remember which ones I really liked, and which ones. I know like the ones that Michael Teitelbaum wrote were fucking ridiculous, and I love them for that alone, right? Golden Opportunity and Red Justice were both just like batshit, and I was just like, all right, let's go. Wings of War didn't really do much of anything for me. Let's see. A League of His Own. That was the Jon Jones one. That one was pretty good. And I think Speed Trap might be my favorite one so far. So yeah, I would probably put this like in the same general area as like A League of His Own, where it's like it's above the Michael Teitelbaum books because it's actually well written. Even though the Michael Teitelbaum books were much more entertaining. Sissy Wowie said hi, but you're gone now. Oh no, you're not gone.
I'm gonna be leaving in like 15 minutes.
Okay, do you want to say hi to Wowie?
Hi, Wowie.
You don't want to actually say hi?
Oh, okay.
There you
Hi.
go, Wowie. You got your hello. Rewatched Zeta in 2019. I rewatched it probably around then as well, but I still gotta, you know, excited for the Louis Simonson one. Which one is that? I don't remember which one that is. Let's see. The only one that I haven't read. Ah, okay, gotcha. You weren't here for the Jon Jones one? That's all right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and jump into chapter 13. I think last chapter, didn't they like trick Evil Star? Isn't that how it ended? I feel like that's what happened. Anyway, it's been a couple weeks. Word of the Green Lantern's victory had spread across Escria with the suddenness of a spring rainstorm. John Stewart had flown above Escriana with the tyrant in his arms, causing people to point at him and cry out in joy and disbelief. Okay, so he rocked Evil Star's shit then. See, I think it was because my sleep schedule was messed up when you were doing those ones, so I often fell asleep while watching them or just completely missed them. Hey, that's all good. If you do want to catch up on them, all of our past live streams are available on the Pod Tower channel. It's funny how some of the authors of these don't seem to have quite the appreciation for the show's roster and try to sneak in more Barry/Hal lore. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Let's see. Then he had deposited Evil Star in a building where he could be kept under lock and key, a prisoner of the people he had intended to make his prisoners. But even before the Escrians saw any of this, they knew that their champion had prevailed, because with Evil Star's starband deactivated, the long-lost stars had winked on again, like tiny lights in the sky. Now there were people all over the place, as if Escriana was in the midst of a great festival. The streets were choked with revelers, and they were all cheering, all calling out the name of the man who had saved them from a future in chains. John Stewart, champion of Aran. Standing on the balcony that projected from Agrain's apartment, Jared nodded with approval. I'm glad we still got Jared. I wanna figure out what his deal is before this book is over. After all, this was what he and the rest of the council had hoped for. This was the result they had so desperately desired when they called on the secrets of the ancients and summoned Earth's Green Lantern. Suddenly, the cheers of the crowd grew even louder. A moment later, Jared saw why. The hero had appeared on a balcony of another tower to acknowledge his people's gratitude. He waved once, then vanished from sight. After all, John wasn't a glory hound. In his mind, he was just a man who had done his job. Oh hey, Sedge of Tricks. I'll learn it one day. I believe there's two Maddie has left. One about Wendy versus Darkseid, and one about Soups being forced to do crimes by the main man Lobo. Ooh, yeah. Neither of those sound familiar. So if those are two that are existing, then I probably have them left. Did you know of the deleted Batman Beyond Return of the Joker scene, which is only an animatic and in one page of the Return of the Joker comic adaptation? Yep, I know all about that. There's actually two deleted scenes, and I think two of them exist as animatics. They oohed and they awed, I'm assuming. Probably. Hey, David Gallagher is here. Hey, guess what? David is a Green Lantern writer, and we're here reading a Green Lantern book. Isn't that crazy coincidence? Hope you're doing well, David. Where was I? He waved once, then vanished from sight. After all, John wasn't a glory hound. In his mind, he was just a man who had done his job. Grain, who was standing beside Jared, watched the cheering crowds as well, but the counselor wasn't celebrating the way the people down below were. Jared had an idea why. After all, he was a little worried himself. "We can't keep him here," Jared said. "No," Grain agreed. "We can't. He hasn't yet begun to see the gaps in what we've told him, but he will, and when he does, he'll realize that we've deceived him." "Exactly, and having realized it, he may turn on us. Besides," said Grain, "this isn't Jon Stewart's world. We borrowed him for a specific purpose. Now it's our responsibility to return him." Jared knew that his fellow counselor was right, on both counts. The Green Lantern had obligations elsewhere. He had a life elsewhere. It was wrong to make him live the lie they had constructed any longer than was absolutely necessary. Wait, so was he not a clone? Did they transport John here? That's not the impression I got from earlier in the book. That's not. Y'all were here with me through all of this. Did y'all think that I could have sworn it was a fucking clone? Oh, I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Not a coincidence. I am smiley face. I only knew of the one with the hung up Joker. Yeah, that's definitely the more popular one. Another one that exists, and I'm pretty sure there's an animatic for it, is a scene in the Wayne Enterprises boardroom with Jordan Price. If it doesn't exist as an animatic, at the very least, it is within the Return of the Joker screenplay that was printed by, I think, Scholastic did that. I think they had the Batman Beyond license at the time. I keep thinking of rewatching the whole DCAU lately, but there's so much shit I need to get through beyond that. Star Trek, JoJo, Evangelion, and probably a ton of others I'm forgetting right now. I feel that. I keep wanting to go back to Superman, the animated series, and get through that with Sissy, but there's so many things we're watching. It's just the book may be lying. That's true. These books have lied to us before. John's entire experience in this one was being gaslighted, I think. Pretty much. Hung up Joker out of context made me think of the Joker getting drunk. Hey, we all been there before. Drunk ass Jokers. I'm a smoker, I'm a toker, I'm the Midnight Joker. Something like that. I'm sure I said those in the wrong order. Jared knew that his fellow counselor was right. On both counts, he had a life elsewhere. I read that part. There is every reason to send him back where he came from, Grain added thoughtfully. Jared's thoughts turned to Malene. Despite her promise to him, despite his hopes to the contrary, it was clear that she had fallen in love with Jon Stewart. Every reason but one, he said wistfully. Malene gazed at the gaudy sprinkling of stars spread across the dark velvet of the universe. They were so beautiful. She felt privileged just to be able to look at them. Had they always twinkled that way? She asked herself. Had their light always had that little blue tinge to it? She couldn't remember. But then, when had she ever really studied the stars? When had she stopped to appreciate them? Like everyone else on her world, Malene had taken the stars for granted. Until they were gone. "Malene," said a deep voice intruding on her thoughts. A moment later, she felt John's arms around her. Normally, she would have enjoyed the feel of them without reservation, but her uncle had spoken to her earlier in the day. Grain and the council wanted to return John to Earth. No, she thought, this is his home. With me. But how could she oppose the council's wishes? They were the appointed governors of Ascria. Their word was law. Yes, she said, managing a smile.
"My ring's still giving me trouble," John told her. "At least for now. As soon as I figure out how I made it, I'll probably remember how to get it working again.
Probably, Malene echoed, though she knew it wouldn't happen.
You know, said John, I was thinking, Evil Star may not be a threat to us any longer, but we've got to cope with all the damage he did.
She nodded. The government buildings and the communications networks, but the nations that own them will take care of them in time. Drunk ass Joker Friday. Ain't that the truth? This is off topic, but I think you all will appreciate this. The other day I found a video from World's Finest of a faux Dcau Dark Knight Rises trailer apparently used on the Hub using the Dcau voices. Yeah, I remember. The Hub did a couple of those. They did Dark Knight Rises and they did Man of Steel. They're both fucking great. What up, my glip glops? I feel that. Midnight Joker. LMAO. It's also technically the last Alfred performance of Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. Holy crap. Wow. Oh, did they get them to do new voice lines? That's interesting. Imagine the deleted scene Joker who is hung up, but with the addition of being drunk. I don't know if you can be drunk while you're dead, but I mean, I'll do it. I'll drink when I'm dead.
I'm sure they will,
said John.
But I'm not talking about the buildings and networks. What I'm talking about is the way we Aaronites see ourselves. We seem so timid, so happy just to have survived.
And we shouldn't be that way? Malene asked.
We should try to be more than that,
he said. He pointed to the lights that had been restored to the sky.
We should reach for the stars. Life isn't about acceptance, it's about struggle.
Malene turned to look at him. She had felt the same way about her people, even before the threat of Evil Star reared its head. Funny, she thought, isn't it? I don't know if I like where this is going. We should reach for the stars. Life isn't about acceptance, it's about struggle. It sounds like, with his memories gone, Jon Stewart's thinking about expanding the empire a bit, you know? Going and being like, what if we were Evil Star to other planets? I don't know how I feel about that. I could just be, misreading it and making assumptions before we get to the point. But, I don't know. The Joker would do it so long as it annoys Bruce. Big true. Malene turned to look at him. She had felt the same way about her people, even before the threat of Evil Star reared its head. Funny, she thought, isn't it? The Aaronites' level of knowledge and accomplishment had diminished ever since the Ancients' defeat at the hands of the Guardians. And now it was an unsuspecting agent of the Guardians offering them new hope. You have a plan? Malene asked optimistically. John shrugged his broad shoulders.
Not a plan, exactly. Just a few ideas. For instance, a space program.
You mean interplanetary flight?
Why not?
He asked. She frowned. It's been a long time since the nations of the world got together on anything that ambitious.
They don't have to get together on it. It can begin right here in Askraya. Then, when the other nations hear about it, they'll want to have space programs of their own.
But, Malene said, Askraya doesn't have any facilities for making spacecraft. And even if we did, we don't have anyone with the expertise to design them.
Then we'll make facilities,
John told her, undaunted by her comment.
And we'll develop the expertise.
She sighed. It won't be easy.
It's not supposed to be.
God, yes! They got a supposed in here. Fucking yes! It's even italicized. They knew what they were doing. This was on fucking purpose. Oh my god. No, why is it skipping pages? I'm trying to just zoom it in. Oh my god, where did it go? Boom. It is italicized. They did it on purpose. I love it. Fucking beautiful shit. Oh, I get why it changed pages. Because when you zoom in, it's like, okay, but instead we're just going to put the same, like, space of text on the page. Got it. Let me zoom back out. Wait.
It's not supposed to be,
He replied.
it's supposed to be difficult. But that's what makes it worth doing.
Crazy duplicate.
It's supposed to be italicized.
Ain't that the fucking truth? Malene couldn't help smiling a little. Jared, Agrain, and Darmak weren't the only wise men on Auran. A space program, she thought, reconsidering the notion, right here, in Askraya. Not so long ago, she wouldn't have believed that anyone could accomplish that. But John had beaten the seemingly all-powerful evil star. If he could do that, maybe he could start a space program there as well. Providing, of course, that he had the time. But he didn't, Malene thought, a lump forming in her throat. John wasn't aware of it, but his stay on Auran was quickly coming to an end. LOL, right on. It was a meme from the get-go. Ain't that the fucking truth? Despite her efforts at self-control, she found a tear streaking her cheek. She brushed it away.
Why are you crying?
John asked, a note of concern in his voice. For joy, Malene told him, lying as skillfully as she could. I'm crying for joy. Hey, Gamer Bro has subscribed. Y'all know any good games? Y'all got any games? You got games on your phone? John was walking at a leisurely pace along the sun-warmed streets of Escrayana, on his way to present his ideas to the council. But his mind was elsewhere. It was in the starless skies he had seen from his window. It was in the darkness that had seemed destined to go on forever. Phrases had welled up out of that darkness, coming to him out of nowhere. He had put them aside before, knowing he had to stay focused and alert. But now he could return his attention to them, try to figure out where he had heard them and what they meant. In fact, he had been doing that all morning, albeit without success. Had he heard them in a poem, in a speech, or maybe in a song of some kind?
In brightest day,
John muttered out loud. What came next?
in darkest night,
So far, so good.
no evil shall escape my sight.
And the next part?
Let those who worship evil's might.
For some reason, he couldn't get any further. But there was more. He could feel it in his bones. Come on, he thought. You beat Evil Star. You freed Auran from his tyranny. If you could do that, you can do this.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power.
Suddenly, it was as if a mighty dam had broken, unleashing a cascade of images. They flooded John's mind so quickly he thought he would drown in them. Images of people, of places, and they came with names that sounded strange to him. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Hawkgirl, John Jones. The Justice League. John's teeth ground together as he remembered. He was part of the Justice League. The word supposed is like Green Lantern's I am vengeance, I am Yeah, right. It's not the Lantern Corps mantra. That's not his I am vengeance. It is just supposed. This entire book has been reminding me of this one bit from a Star Trek book, Vulcans Never Lie. She asked, never, Spock lied. Oh, that's beautiful. I need to engage with Star Trek at some point. I saw like a couple movies as a child, but like I've never like engaged with the material in any meaningful way outside of that. And I wouldn't even say that I engaged with them in a meaningful way during those films either, because I was not interested at the time. He remembered other people as well, their faces rushing up at him, helter-skelter, from the swirling depths of his memory. The woman at the fruit stand, the barber around the corner, his old basketball coach, his friend Isaac, his uncle James, his father, his mother, and the guardians, the ones who had given him his ring, the ones who had assigned him a portion of the galaxy and given him the job of protecting it with his life. They were the little blue men in his dream, weren't they? Now John understood why they had seemed so important to him. When they gave him his ring, they changed his life. These images assaulted him, bombarded him. Unable to sustain their weight, he stopped and cradled his head in his hands. "Beware my power," he said, desperate now to dredge it up. He concentrated as hard as he had ever concentrated on anything in his life. "Beware my power." Finally fighting John all the way, the last bit of it floated to the surface of his mind, and when it did, it gave meaning to all the rest. "Beware my power! Green Lantern's light!" No sooner had he said the words than a series of lights exploded in John's brain. He felt himself reeling, his legs unable to bear his weight. The ground rushed up at him faster than he could stop it and smashed him in the side of his head. But John didn't feel it. In fact, he didn't feel anything. Even his ring seemed powerless to help him. "What's wrong?" he asked himself, trying to push himself up. "What's happening to me?" He was still asking when he slid into that deep, dark well again and mercifully blacked out. And that's the end of chapter 13. We just got a couple new characters that I need to address. Let's see. Okay, we had Darmak. That was one that I wasn't too sure of. Did we have all the other Justice Leaguers? We had Jean. We had Superman. Let's see. We had Flash, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl. So I think Batman, the mention of Batman is new to this book. Yeah, the mention of Batman would be new. So let's pop that in here. Batman mentioned. And then we had... Let's see. The woman at the fruit stand. We didn't get a name for her. I'm not gonna... I put fruit stand lady earlier, though, so you know what? So I will put the barber around the corner mentioned. John Stewart's parents mentioned. Isaac mentioned, and John's uncle James. Start with Star Trek the Animated Series. Is that because it's good, or is that because I would want to get like one of the worst things out of the way first? The 60 show's a lot of fun, but I find it really hard to get through it because the episodes are all an hour long, and for some reason I struggle with concentrating for that long. I feel that that's been like part of the issue with Sissy and I getting through some of the shows we've been watching recently, like Torchwood and Sarah Jane Adventures and stuff. I think all that you know it's also paired with the fact that Doctor Who is obviously the superior show, and she wants to watch that instead of the others. But you know, so it goes. Hey James Fowler, how's it going? Why is Hawkgirl a girl and not a woman like Wendy or something? You know, I don't know. Basketball coach, true. John's Uncle James mentioned. Do you think that these James and Isaac folks are from the comics? John's basketball coach mentioned. Torchwood, you're what? Yeah, we're trying to. Sissy wanted to watch Doctor Who, and I stopped right around when Capaldi came on board. Like, I saw the first couple episodes of Capaldi, but it was a situation of like I just didn't have access to television anymore at the time, so I stopped. And I had always, like, going through it all, I was just like, man, I wish I had watched the spin-off shows, because like those characters would show up every now and then, and I felt there was probably some context from those shows that I was missing. So I was just like, well, let's go back and let's do those as well now that we're watching Doctor Who. Let me see. John Stewart, DC, Isaac. There's no mention of an Isaac on here. What about a James? What if John Stewart DC Wiki? Do you think it mentions family, relative? It mentions his mother, but that's it. His mother and Kat Matui, his wife. That's all I got. How young did the Thanagarians send her to Earth to start spying? James is obviously James Earl. Wait, hold on. Why does that name sound familiar? Okay. Okay, that would be funny. By the way, Maddie, do you remember that video I sent you a while back about Sonic and the Black Templars? What was your reaction? Oh God, vaguely. I do not recall what my reaction was, though. But I do remember watching it. Who is the best Green Lantern, and why is it Guy Gardner? Well, obviously it's because Guy Gardner became a girl. I've heard that there's like problems with this run, but I definitely am interested in reading it. I want to say it was a J.M. DeMatteis. Yeah, like there's a How to Fix Justice League 3001's ongoing transphobia article. So I feel like there's probably some issues with it, but I am interested in reading it. I don't think that I've actually read any Guy Gardner anything at all, and have almost no familiarity with them. Now, Maddie is a Sarah Jane stan. I have been enjoying that show personally. I think Sissy enjoys the side shows a little bit less than I do, but you know, so it goes. Let's see. Where was I? Chapter 14. Are y'all ready to blow through the rest of this? Malene looked at John and wanted to cry. Her people had found him in the street, moaning about things no Aronite could have known about. And because of that, the council had known that his memories of his homeworld were coming back to him. In the end, it didn't matter that she had kept the truth from Igraine and the others. They had discovered it anyway. And now John was back in the seashell-shaped machine that had brought him to Aran. But this time, he had been given a drug that kept him from moving or using his willpower to activate his ring. Oh, damn. They hit him with a Quaalude. The council was going to send his essence back to Earth. And so it is a clone. I don't understand this essence situation. Isn't there a Sarah Jane episode about Alzheimer's? I do think that there was in the first season. I do think there was something like that going on in one of the episodes. Slipped him a mini. Alan over Hal / John over Jessica over Kyle over. Oh shit! Silhouetted animator. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Have you counted how many young readers books with DCAU designs there are total? I know there is about 300 or more. I actually know James has a list of like all of the DCAU books. God, I don't know personally where I would find it in all of our archives and stuff. Let me I can shoot him a message real quick. Let me get Messenger open. Oh, he sent me a voice message. Hold on. Just gave me real life money for them to ask about that. There we go. James was at lunch with his papa, and so if he is not still in the car, I'm sure he will send me the link. So if I get the link before the stream is over, then I will definitely drop it here. If not, I'll drop it. I don't know where would be easier to get it to you. Silhouetted animator. I could put it on our Twitter. I could put it in the Discord somewhere. Just your username's not ringing a bell for me, so I don't know if you've got us anywhere else. But just let me know. They took this bestie's essence. Season 2 of Sarah Jane Adventures has more heavy connections to Doctor Who. That was that was what I was assuming. Also, Kachowdy. Kachowdy, back to you, Amy. Let's see. I think his soul transported from Earth and put in a clone body. I mean, like, that's kind of what I'm getting, but like, what's happening to him back on Earth then? You know, it's very confusing. There's a million books as possible. Cool, thanks. And then they will send his essence or soul or consciousness back to his real body on Earth. Wait, clones? Oh God, is this the DC's own version of the Clone Saga from Marvel? It can't just be his soul that was transported. He was mid-flight. His body would have just shit healed directly into the street. Right? Exactly. Ask his papa if he knows. I'm sure he's got the answers. Selfish misery on the... Oh! Okay, gotcha. James actually sent it to me. He made it a really easy hyperlink. Here we go. It is bit.ly/DCAU books. So if you're interested in looking into that, that's the full list of all of them. I'm pretty sure it's up to date. They keep releasing new ones, but yeah, we've got 450 on here in total. And of course, I don't think that includes any of the comics. So if you're looking for that, we probably have a separate list for that somewhere. But that is I'm pretty sure we've also tried to keep the wikis updated with like all of the comics and stuff. So, you know, I think that's probably a little bit more accessible to find. John wakes up in hospital on Earth, having cracked his neck on the sidewalk. Jesus, what if? Let's see. In the end, it didn't matter that she had kept the truth from Igraine. They had discovered it anyway. And now John was back in the seashell, blah, blah, blah. I read that too. The council was going to send his essence back to Earth. I read that part. And when it arrived there, he wouldn't remember any part of his struggle against Evil Star. True, the Ancient's machine had failed to erase John's memories when he first arrived on Aurian. But then it was dealing with a lifetime's worth of experiences. The council was confident that it would be easier to strip away the few memories he had of their world, including his memories of Malene. Even in his drugged stupor, John sought her out. From the depths of the machine, his expression was the same as when he had awoken from his nightmare. He looked disturbed, confused. He didn't know where he was or what had been done to him, or even who had done it. I do like how the author of this book built in a way to be like, you know what, even if they do something on the show that contradicts this, John lost all his memories by the end of this anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's still canon. We can make it work. He is possibly a husk of a man at this moment. So what you're saying is the John that's been on Escriana is a corn cob. I'm down with that. Let's see. But John knew her, at least. Malene was certain of it. He turned to the others in the room, Igraine and Jared and Darmak, and he croaked out a word. Why? He asked them. None of the council members answered him. They just frowned and looked away. Malene wished she could help him, but she couldn't. His fate had already been decided. There was nothing she could do about it. I'm sorry, she said, her voice thick with guilt and sadness. I'm so sorry. It's time, said Igraine, giving the technicians their cue. As they went to work, the core of the machine began to glow again with a ruby light. John looked around, no doubt aware that something was happening to him against his will. Malene? He gasped, her vision blurred with tears. She tried to say goodbye, but the words caught in her throat. Malene, John said again. It's for the best, John, Jared told him. The red glow was getting stronger and more intense by the moment. Malene wanted to remove John from the machine and throw her arms around him and never let him go. Freezing before he could take his first step. Oh, so we're back on Earth here. Wait. Okay, I'm waiting, crazy duplicate. I was just thinking of something epic to see. A comic crossover between Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes and JLU in both art style of the shows. I'd love to see that. Oh, now that you say that, there's an art piece that I have to share with y'all. Because goddamn, this artist is talented. Oh, there it is as his header, but it's got his logo on it. Let me see if I can find just the that's just the Justice League version. Where is the version that's got everybody on it? God, he posts so much. I say as if I don't post so much. There we go. There we go. Fucking dope ass goddamn piece of art right there, if you ask me. Just like, boom, beautiful shit. If y'all want to follow him on Twitter, his handle is @RymSlim, RYMSLIM. I will actually even drop the handle down here. What's up? Not much. We finishing this book, Captain Ultra. What's up with you? John is corn of Coblin. Did they beat Evil Star or just force him to leave the planet? They beat him. He's in jail now. Will we see Shazam again in the DCAU? Oh God. I don't know. I don't know how much DCAU they got left in them. to be frankly honest, I feel like we're getting a third season of BTAC just based off of like a message that we got the other night that didn't say that we're getting a third season of BTAC, but said gonna miss these comic coverages because we said in our most recent video that we're probably not gonna do them if we get a third season, and someone who works on it was like gonna miss it, so we might get a third season of BTAC. We may possibly get a second season of Justice League Infinity, though I've got less confirmation of that. But like I don't know how much new DCAU content we're gonna get that's like actually like trying to be DCAU. I know the Capstone stuff uses the DCAU like art style, but from what we've heard from some of the people that we talked to who have worked on those books, a lot of them are just told to use stuff straight from like the DC Encyclopedia and then build the stories they want from there. So like it's not necessarily, you know, supposed to be DCAU. It just looks DCAU over there. But as far as the stuff that's like supposed to be, you never know. It's been a surprise every time we've gotten something new. That feel when your cob gets corned and you gotta stop a fascist dictator from taking over a planet. I just saw Danny on your Twitter timeline. You're not supposed to see Danny. Danny's a private account. See, they look like they're about to fight. I could see that. I'm gonna make it my wallpaper. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I was about to say I was surprised by the quick cameo of my Spider-Man tweet. I would have loved to see Shazam rejoin the Justice League. That would be cool. I thought I came just in time for the climax, but turns out I came for the epilogue instead. Well, there's an epilogue after chapter 14. What would they even call him, though? Captain Marvel or Buzz? Yeah, damn. I guess that's true. They could probably call him Captain Marvel in the comics, but I don't know that they could do it on screen. The champion of Shazam. I hope we never stop seeing DCAU stuff as long as the stuff they make is good anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to keep seeing DCAU stuff. And, like, I do think that there's something to say about, like, I do feel like BTAC probably is good if it weren't DCAU, right? Like, if it was, like, some kind of offshoot world that didn't have so much lore built into it that they were so clearly ignoring, like, I'm sure it would be fine. There's so much stuff in that book that I've just been like, whoa, that's fucking dope. And then just turn around and be like, this doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? What? Like, it's been a weird time. I gotta say, for the most part, the art has been beautiful. Rick Burkett's whole situation, I don't know what's going on with him. He used to be like one of my favorites in the DCAU wheelhouse, but as of late, it seems like there's a little less effort going on, and I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if like maybe he just doesn't have as steady hands as he used to in his youth or what, but it's been a bummer because like I want to be excited that Rick Burkett's working on DCAU stuff. I really want to, but it's not been my favorite out of all three of the BTAC artists so far. Has Young Justice brought Captain Marvel Shazam back since season 3? I haven't watched season 4 yet, so I don't know. They call him Captain Marvel in season 3, Young Justice. DCAU is my childhood. I've been happy that this channel exists. Hell yeah, that's dope. I think they can still call him Captain Marvel, just can't call the comics Captain Marvel. Okay, that would make sense too. Where were we? At the top of the page, weren't we? Freezing before he could take his first step, the Flash looked back over his shoulder at him. You're going to have to make up your mind, you know. All this starting and stopping is murder on my boots. John barely heard him. His mind was running 1,000,000 miles a minute, even faster than the Flash could sprint. I think I've got a way to beat this thing, he said, and he told his teammate what it was, putting the details together as he spoke. Where had he gotten such an idea? He didn't know. He couldn't remember ever attempting it, and yet it felt so familiar, as if he had just pulled it off the day before. "I guess it's worth a try," said Flash. Then he sped off in a blur of red and yellow to do his part. Are they still in the same fight from the start of this book? There's been multiple days have passed on this other world. I don't understand how this technology works that they did on him. I do not get it. At all. In the meantime, John contacted the rest of the team through the tiny communications link that they all wore in their ears. Then he told them his idea. Jean, Wonder Woman, and Hawkgirl had the same reaction as the Flash. They were willing to try anything at this point. As the Green Lantern watched from a distance, frustrated at his inability to lend a hand, the Justice League went into action without him. But in a sense, he was with them after all, because it was his plan they were putting into effect. Flash was grabbing all the metal debris he could carry and piling it in the middle of the street, moving so quickly he could barely be seen. He had already put together quite a pile. Wonder Woman's job was to pound the accumulation with trip hammer force into a rough but unbroken sheet. Because there was so much metal there, it took a while, even for someone as strong as the Amazon. The Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl continued to harass Solarak, distracting the monster and keeping it from digging into any more energy sources. They did a good job of it too, but John knew they couldn't keep it up forever. And if his plan worked, they wouldn't have to. Pounding the last pile of debris into shape, Wonder Woman called out to her teammates that she was finished. It was then that Hawkgirl, Jean, and the Flash came back to join her. Together, they lifted the enormous piece of metal the Amazon had created, Jean and Hawkgirl taking the top two corners and Flash and Wonder Woman the bottom two. Then they went after Solarak with it. The monster didn't have a clue as to what the Justice League was up to. It lumbered along as it had before, focused only on finding more energy sources to feed its immense hunger. By the time it realized there was something blocking the sunlight, it was all but too late. Whirling, Solarak flung its arms at the huge sheet of metal that Jean and Hawkgirl were holding between them, but its aim was spoiled by Wonder Woman, who had snared the thing's leg with her lasso and was pulling it off balance as hard as she could. When the high-tech Marauders swiped at Wonder Woman instead, Jean and Hawkgirl lowered the sheet of metal over its head. Then they crunched it together at the spot where its head met its shoulders to keep it from falling off. So his mind split? I guess. I do not know. I have no clue. Who is the artist on Batman Beyond 2.0? He/she really mimicked the DCAU's art style admirably. I think that was actually, I don't know if he was the artist for the entirety, but I do know at least on the flashback stuff, Craig Rousseau was the artist, and Craig did like a lot of the original Batman Beyond comics that were DCAU tie-ins and a couple issues of Gotham Adventures here and there. So Craig was definitely part of, the DCAU House of Talent before ever getting around to 2.0. But I don't remember if he was the only artist on the book. They've been fighting for months, no, years. True. Days on our the other planet could be shorter. Maybe this is weird. Space is warped and time is bendable. That's fair. Please God, just give me non-binary emojis. Ain't that the truth? Jorge is here. Behold. Hello, Jorge. How's it going? Where were we? There we were. Apparently realizing how it had been fooled, Solarak reached for the metal sheet to tear it off. But before it could do that, the Martian Manhunter rocketed to its midsection. Oh my god! Ugh! A moment later, Hawkgirl delivered a mighty blow to its leg with her mace. Now an ordinary weapon, since its owner had deactivated its energy feature, but in Hawkgirl's hands, it still packed quite a wallop. The monster didn't know who to try to swat first, and before it could figure it out, the Flash ran up and down its body, ripping out wires wherever he could find them. The Green Lantern didn't think Flash's work would have any real effect on Solarak. After all, the thing was growing new wires almost as quickly as the old ones were torn. But like his teammates, the Scarlet Speedster was keeping Solarak busy, forcing it to use the energy it had accumulated. And little by little, the mountain of research components began to slow down, striking with less and less force each time. Finally, staggered by one last blow from Hawkgirl's mace, the Colossus crumpled in a heap of metal and plastic in the middle of the embattled street. The ground trembled under the booming impact, then all was still. John's idea had worked, even if his ring hadn't. He could take some pride in that. I'm a little sleepy. Hey, Gohan, how's it going? You see that new Dragon Ball game trailer? That shit's dope as fuck. The next book is gonna be about John versus John, his other part, and they are gonna need to fuse together to beat Frieza or something. Yo, I'm down. What if Frieza in the DCAU? Where was I? He could take some pride in that. There it was. Flash was the first one at his side. Nice going, he told the Green Lantern. That little brainstorm of yours did the trick. A moment later, Jean, Hawkgirl, and Wonder Woman descended beside him. How's your ring? The Amazon asked. John frowned at it.
I don't know. It's never lost power this way before.
Hey, said the Flash. Maybe it was Solarak. They all looked at him. You know, he said, the way it sucked up power from everywhere, maybe it sucked up the ring's powers too. Hawkgirl smiled. Actually, that makes sense. It does? Asked Flash, looking surprised. Then he caught himself and said, I mean, of course it does. It did make sense, John thought. His ring was probably just another power source as far as Solarak was concerned. But for some reason, he had a feeling there was more to it. The Breakers, yeah, that's the one. That shit looks so cool. Hey, Keanu Comics is here. If y'all don't follow Keanu Comics on YouTube.com, you're fucking up. You ever want to have a panda talk to you about comic books? Because that's exactly what's going on over there. They don't even have 200 subscribers and deserve more. So here's the link. Go over there, subscribe, watch a video or two. They don't put too many videos out. Last one was 4 months ago, but that just means it's a lot easier for you to binge watch and keep the not a lot of content for you to go through. Go over there, check it out. I was in one of them. I believe it was this alternate versions of Batman one. Give it a look. Go over there. Stop watching me and just watch him instead. Speaking of Frieza, one of the English voice actors who played Frieza passed away. Yeah, I saw that, and that shit broke my heart, man. Sissy and I watched all of Dragon Ball recently, like during the pandemic, from Dragon Ball up through Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. We even watched the Dragon Ball Evolution movie and a lot of the Dragon Ball Z movies, even the Dragon Ball like the original Dragon Ball movies and the Dragon Ball Super movies, and just seeing him pass so soon after that was a heartbreaker. The contagious yawn. Why, Maddie? Because I'm tired. I woke up at like 5:30 today because I forgot to turn my alarm off. Your 1D sounded seductive when she asked how John's ring was doing. Well, Susan Eisenberg just has a seductive quality to her voice, and so that's what I try to capture when I get some Wonder Woman lines. Which, speaking of Susan, I'm real upset that she's not in Multiverses. from what I can tell, it doesn't seem like they even asked her to be part of it, and it's a big bummer. Not even subscribed yourself. That was a separate account, actually. I don't even know what account that is on here, but like, it don't even got my which account is that? I think this is the DCAU timeline account. Yep, that's what that is. Which only exists specifically because of I think I was trying to split out Watchtower database stuff from my personal account. That way, if anyone wanted to like email me about something. But now I am subscribed to Keanu on this account, even though I don't really use it. See, rest in peace. Yeah. Thanks, Maddie. Currently working on a new one right now. Hope you're doing well. Hell yeah. Excited to see it. I will keep an eye out for it. But yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Maddie's Wally sounds a bit like Young Justice Impulse, who was also briefly Dcau Wally. My Wally is a Sonic the Hedgehog. Master Sanders is here. You should be sorry for being late. We're on the epilogue, and I gotta keep it a secret, so I'm not reading it to you. Sorry. How's your ring doing? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, nudge. Oh, I get it, because it's a cock ring, right? That's the joke. That was cursed. I've been following you since the Which Flash Is It video. Hell yeah. That was a while back, I think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was like Vanishing Point. Damn, so that's been a while. It's been a while. All right, we got 2 pages left, everybody. Malene watched the image of John Stewart in the core of the seashell-shaped machine. He was standing alongside a fallen mechanical thing, and he wasn't alone. There were other heroes on John's homeworld, apparently. One had wings, another blinding speed, and a third had a golden lasso in her hand. Still, another had green skin. As far as Malene could tell, none of them wielded a ring like John's. But by working together, they had emerged victorious over the mechanical monster. The Green Lantern himself hadn't lent a hand in his comrade's victory. It seemed his ring had no power left. Malene wasn't surprised, considering how much energy John had expended on Aran. Malene? Someone said. It was Jared. Of course Jared gets to be on the last fucking page of this book. He left his fellow council members and joined her in front of the machine. We need to leave him now, he said. She nodded. I just wanted to make sure he was safe. Jared smiled. You know, he told her, John was a good man. I'll miss him too. No doubt you will, Malene said. She turned back to the machine and the image of John Stewart in its core. But not the way that I will. And that's the epilogue. Y'all want to know about the author? Because we can learn about the author. Thought that too. Why even get Kevin and George then? You're only drawing attention to it. Yeah, very weird. And like I think just about everybody else on the roster like has voiced the characters that they're playing before, except for her. And like they recast Steven Universe for some reason, and I'm kind of bummed about that. Just being a neolib capitalist panda like that person. God, that guy was fucking wild. 2018. Oh damn, that's how long it was. Communism will win. The Red Dawn is gonna come back. She gaslit herself into falling in love. Ain't that always the way? Damn. Is it me, or did the rest of the Justice League barely do anything in this book? Yes! Yes, they did barely do anything, because they were all back on Earth, and he was in space. Each one of these books so far has had, like, a main focus on a singular character, though most of them have stuck to Earth, and so the Justice League has been a bit more, like, around. But yeah, this one was definitely much more of a solo Green Lantern story. Maddie and chat, here's a hypothetical question for you all. If there were to be a Justice League Beyond something, who should voice older Superman? Daly, Newburn, or McDonald? Personally, I think I would be down with McDonald still doing the role. Though, if they wanted to do my idea and use that as a way to bring John Kent into the fold, depending on how old they would make him, I would say personally that maybe Tim Daly or George Newbern could voice him. Though I feel like John would need to like start younger, but like it's one of those things of like, how young is too young at that point, right? Because like Lois would be in her like 60s, late 60s, so you probably couldn't play him too young. Don't forget to read that kid's review on this book before you. Oh, true. I should do that. It's just about John. Don't worry about it. This book should have been called Just Us League. Old Man Soup. I'll voice Old Man Soups. Do it, Amy. Be Old Man Soups. Wait, Red Dawn. I wasn't told that Corn was in DC. I don't get that. All of them. Yes! Just layer their voices. That would also be fun. Tim's son should voice John older. That'd be cool. Okay, so about the author. Michael Jan Friedman is the author of more than 50 books of fantasy and science fiction, 8 of which have appeared on the New York Times bestseller list. For years, he has been a mainstay of the Star Trek book publishing program, contributing critically acclaimed novels that have been widely translated around the world. He also wrote the novelization of the 1997 film Batman and Robin, and a series of original novels based on Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. In 1995, Friedman wrote the Star Trek Voyager television episode Resistance, which series star Kate Mulgrew cited as her favorite. He has also written more than 160 comic books for DC Comics and Marvel Comics. Friedman lives on Long Island, New York, with his wife and 2 sons. All right, let's see this kid's. Let's see this kid's review of the book. In Blackest Night, Justice League, Amazon. Hey, Daniel Archer, if you're in the chat, thank you for subscribing. Maybe Clark's Kryptonian essence keeps Lois young. Oh no. So, you just reminded me of back when I was younger, I would stay up late, like after my parents had gone to sleep, to try to catch like whatever was on TV that I'm not supposed to be seeing. And one of those things was Nip Tuck. I saw a couple episodes as a child. It's a show about plastic surgeons, if you hadn't heard of it before. So like obviously with plastic surgery, like one of the main things is obviously gonna be like big boobas and shit. And so there was a lot of like sexuality in that show and stuff like that. And so one of the episodes that I caught, I just I don't remember like almost anything about it, but I vividly remember there was a woman explaining that she used her son's essence as a face cream. And gotta tell you, that was some weird fucking shit. I don't think that I ever watched it again after that. I was just like, I don't know about this. They need to have Daily voice everyone at the Daily Planet. He is Superman. He is Superman what Conroy is to Batman. Also, given Dean Stockwell's super unfortunate passing, Who do you think could voice older Tim in a future project? I don't know if there would be much need to bring him back around personally. Boobs in this economy? Booba? Honkers? Biboba honku lonkies? Yes, that. The writer probably smoked weed at that time. Gotta say, I've smoked a lot of weed. And outside of the context of that Nip Tuck show, never thought about using someone's jizz as a face cream. Damn, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, what was that review from a future critic? That's the one, right? That's the one. Oh, guess who's back from the vet? He's so happy to be here. He's so happy to see you all. Archer. Archer, hello. Yes. Mr. Buddy. Hey. He says he does not want to be held right now. Oh, he's fine. He jumped. He did that to himself.
I know he did.
Nothing happened to him.
But he that was so
Just
smooth.
landed kind of sideways. I mean, that's how cats be doing. Wait, now he wants back in. He's changed his mind. Buddy. Psst, psst, psst.
Or I think he wants my
Okay, well then you can give him the attention. Everyone's saying hello to you, Archer. Wowie says to get him some yummy treats.
We don't have any.
We've got pill pockets. I'm sure he would love those. Anyway, where were we? Review from a future critic, right? This book has an excellent story. In it, Green Lantern must get through robots, then come up with a plan to rid a struggling world from the tyrant Evil Star. And it was an excellent plan, too. 5 stars. Thanks, Hal Jones. What is... Oh no, what did I just click? I clicked something and I couldn't see y'all anymore. Damn, so where does this one rank for Hal Jones amongst the other ones? It's the highest ranked one so far. He's got, he says Wild at Heart's a 5 star as well. I haven't read that one yet. He thought Wings of War was a 5 star. Book has a very good plot where Batman and Hawkgirl had to use their detective skills well. Thank you, Hal Jones. It was an excellent plan too. It sounds like he's an evil star in this review. Plans were excellent. 10 out of 10. Exactly. He's a future critic, you guys. Should we look up Hal Jones? Hal Jones critic. There's a dentist named Hal Jones. I don't think that's the same one though. What are the other? Bought separate copies for 3 of my cousins who are big Jon Stewart fans in the Green Lantern Corps. Their feedback was positive. The storyline held their interest. Would like more books like this featuring Jon Stewart. An exciting superhero adventure to get children reading. Super fun and super suspenseful. The only thing more fun for young readers would be getting their own superpowers so they could join the Justice League. Damn, honestly, why don't they sell books that give you superpowers? Like, what the fuck? We're in the future now. We're in 2021. This was made in 2019, this review. Why has nobody thought to do it in the 2 years between then? Oh, hey, buddy. Come here. Okay, goodbye. Archer keeps not sure, like, he's not sure what he wants to decide to do. That's what I'm trying to say. Of the ones we've done, this was actually up there for me. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. Dr. Hal Jones, dentist critic. Hal is in Hal Jordan. He must be a friend. Bum, bum, blah. While a fan of the Justice League cartoon and a longtime follower of the Jon Stewart character in the comics, I didn't like this book as much as others in the series. I had hoped for more oomph in this tale about Green Lantern being stuck on an alien world. The villain was not all that engaging, and the story seemed to just plod along and then end. Yawn. Sorry, I despise the new JLA because the absence of the real Green Lantern. Kyle Rayner is a favorite character in comics, and they ditched him for a different, confident, and boring Green Lantern. Shame on Bruce Timm and everyone else who made this stupid change. It's sad, really. Damn. Can't believe it. Buy my book. It gives you superpowers.
Any ideas?
Wrote a review in 2019. Somebody did. This man went on to become Bob Chipman. Yo, I hope Hal Jones is subscribed to Watchtower Database. That'd be cool. In Darkest Night is a good young adult / older child's novel set in the DC animated universe about the Justice League. The TV series ran from 2001 to 06, and this novel adapts a story from the show. This is a proper novel, not a comic book. I bought it secondhand for less than, is that £1 or €1? I don't know y'all's fancy shame on him. Damn, that's harsh. People were real upset about Jon Stewart at the time. Plus postage, and I'm very pleased with it. Of course, it's not serious reading, but as a fun read, allowing for entry into the DCAU, I enjoyed this short book. It's one of several about the Justice League cartoon show. This particular book, based on double episode, is mainly concerned with Green Lantern. This isn't based on an episode at all. If you're a fan of this show, you'll probably like these books. How would you rate your experience shopping for books? No, if I'm gonna rate anything, I want to rate the book. I'll give it a 4-star. Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. Malene and Jared went buck wild, sucking this man's soul out his body like he was a piece of corn. At Thanksgiving dinner. But that might not be the only thing that got the suck. Malene was very into making John fall in love with her after removing his memories, and she gaslit that man so hard she started to catch some feels herself. The story was alright. But very much felt like the writer was trying to make sure it was set up in a way that the show was based off of, couldn't end up contradicting it. Later on. the road, and as a result, as good as it may be, it felt as if we were just keeping afloat. Most of the novels. Runtime? Runtime? If you're just looking for a story that you might like, go ahead and get it. But if you're looking for something with some depth, How old in years was the person you got this book for? It's over 13. How would you rate the difficulty level for this age? Easy. And submit. Review submitted. Damn. Oh, I never reviewed any of my Harley stuff that I got. That's okay. What'd y'all say? I'm gonna catch up with y'all. And then probably bounce. It's sad, really, that someone thinks JL sucks because it has John instead of Kyle. To be fair, that comment was left in 2003. When did Starcrossed air? I feel like that aired in 2004. Yeah, that aired in 2004, so I just don't think they knew yet. Let's see. This isn't based on an episode? No way. I like Jon Stewart because, one, he was in the Marine Corps, and my best friend is in the Marines, and two, John is awesome. John is awesome. That is true. Say this is a review from a present critic. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, Gambit. Man was pissed because this book didn't have Kyle on it. Sad, but I don't care. True, but as soon as they write it, they're a past critic. Apparently, that one Superman the Animated Series episode made a lot of Kyle Rayner fans. I could feel that. When you recap the book like that, I realize how messed up the plot was. Maddie's brutal and scathing 4-star reviews. I love this book. It's just like the behind the scenes of the British TV show I Want to Marry Harry. Oh, is it? Is it just like that? It's like a multi-doctor story. This book sucked. 5 stars. Okay, so answering my own earlier question, I sort of think that James Woods could maybe voice old Tim Drake. I'm sure I'm going to catch a decent amount of hell for saying that, but here goes.
It's supposed to be for young ages.
James Woods. That was the one who did Owlman, right? I could see that. I could see that. Hey, Maddie, do you want to quickly throw on that DCAU Dark Knight Rises trailer? You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that since you brought it up. And then after that, I'll bounce. Dark Knight Rises, The Hub. I believe this is it. This is directly from Hub Network. Rated A for awesome. Let me turn the desktop audio on. Oh shit, I still have some coffee left. Is the audio okay? Yeah. Well, wait, why can't I hear it in my ears? Oh, there it goes.
There's a storm coming.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
I'm adaptable.
What are you? I'm Gotham's Reckoning.
I really appreciate that they did
Did they
these.
kill him?
I'm not sure.
Why didn't you just kill me? Your punishment must be more severe.
You think he's coming back?
I don't know. Why would you run? Bane?
You should be as afraid of him as I am.
I won't bury you. I've buried enough members of the Wayne family.
Damn. Damn. F who's Embolus, man.
You don't owe these people any more. You've given them everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
We need to do something with his audio from this. Like, because I don't think that a lot of people are aware that this exists. Like, I didn't think about the fact that it's like his last performance as Alfred. Like, that's kind of
Mother
wild.
warned me about getting into cars with strange men.
This isn't a car.
Maybe we could remaster this now that the Blu-ray's out. Like, maybe that would be a fun thing to do. I could throw that idea at James. But yeah, I loved that shit when I first saw those that and the Man of Steel one way back in the day. God, that's like 2012, 2013, something like that. Old Tim Drake should clearly be voiced by Tim Daly, but seriously, rest in peace. Hello, I'm back, baby. Hey, Creeper, you just showed up at the end of the stream. We're actually about to end it. we just finished reading Justice League and Blackest Night, and sweet, it's on the world's finest channel. Yep, that's it. Okay, tight. They made this so spicy. I'm kind of curious about the Man of Steel one. You know what? I'll do the Man of Steel one. I'll do that. Open this stream industry. Oh, I don't know if y'all want that. I'll do it for 2 seconds. Open this stream industry. Oh, I don't know if y'all want that. I'll do it for 2 seconds. Open this stream industry. Oh, I don't know if y'all want that. I'll do it for 2 seconds. Are you all enjoying this content? Are you all enjoying this content? All right, that's enough of that. Let me find the Man of Steel one real quick. Mobius stream. Recursive loops. This is weird and I don't like it. Let's see. Man of Steel. Here we go.
Goodbye, my son. My hopes and dreams travel with you.
He'll be an outcast. They'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them. What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended? What if a child aspired to something greater?
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
You're the answer, son. You're the answer to are we alone in the universe?
Can't I just keep pretending I'm your son?
You are my son.
Tim Daly
And I
still
have to
think it
believe
was
that you
funny.
were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes the rest of your life, you owe it to yourself to find out what that reason is.
How do you find someone who has spent a lifetime covering his tracks? For some, he was a guardian angel.
I just realized why Tim Daly's.
For others, a ghost who never
'cause
quite
Tim
fit
Daly
in.
did not voice young Clark.
You will give the people of
It's
Earth
an
an
animated
ideal to
series
strive
with,
towards.
The same guy that voiced Richie.
The race behind you. They will stumble, they will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
You believe your son is safe. I will find him! My father believed if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about...
Excuse me.
I gotta say, as much as the Snyder stuff hasn't held up for me so much, just the promo campaign for Man of Steel was brilliant. Like, that shit got me so hyped at the time.
I'll run circles around this super slug.
I'm not trying to just watch clips now. But yeah, let me see what y'all got. This is an excellent plan. I wouldn't be here if I weren't. Oh, about if you're enjoying the content. Someone's got a jiggly. Who has a jiggly butt? Excellent plan. 5 stars. Put it on the Amazon review. And let's see. Where did? Oh, I gotta turn my the desktop audio back off. Let's see. Oh, you're already on top of it, Danny. Thank you. This has the voices too. It's like that shot from Wild Cards with all the Maddies / Jokers. True. It was kind of like that. Christopher McDonald. Okay. Yeah. Boy. Nice S. That promo was better than the movie, TBH. That's fair. That was sick as fuck. That, well, here it's an S in animated Lois's voices was so good. I will say the Snyder cut of Darkseid's theme is amazing and awesome. Personally, I enjoyed the Snyder cut, but I don't know. Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman do not hold up for me. They totally used Jaxer as a stand-in for Zod. That was at Ron Perlman. Oh, I don't know. I wonder if it has in the description dialogue from the movie recited by the cast of the classic animated series. So yeah, it doesn't say for sure what the credits are. Why is only James allowed on the ship? Oh, and the BTAC thing. Mainly because of the fact that James was the only one with the green screen for a while, and I think he still might be. But now that I live like 30 minutes away from James, I was able to just go over and record that little bit. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. Do something with the rest of my day. You all take care. I'm gonna do this one thing and I'm out. 5 minutes later, literally still reading chat. There was clearly no planning involved here. 0 stars. If it was a good plan, you would have given me 5 stars though. But yeah, I'm bouncing. Y'all take care. Actually, the Snyder Cut Darkseid theme I'm using for inspiration for a scene for a comic I'm working on. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, y'all take care. We're gonna figure out getting another one of these going soon. I don't know what book we're gonna do, but we'll make it work. See you next week. Okay, fine, crazy duplicate. I'll make it happen next week. I'll figure it out. I'll even if I'm working, I'll figure it out. But yeah, y'all take care, and I will see you all soon. Hopefully I catch the next one. I work 6 to 4 though. It do be like that sometimes, so I feel you. Peace out. Bye.